Oprah Winfrey entered the world on January 29, 1954, in Kosciuszko, Mississippi, under circumstances that offered little comfort or security. Born to a teenage mother, Vernita Lee, Oprah's earliest days unfolded in a society shaped by segregation, limited opportunity, and economic hardship. Vernita was doing her best to survive in a world that offered young black women few safety nets, and stability was hard to maintain. Because of these challenges, Oprah spent much of her early childhood living with her maternal grandmother, Hattie Mae Lee, in a modest rural home. Life there was defined by scarcity, where basic needs were not always guaranteed. Yet even in uncertainty, these early years quietly shaped Oprah's awareness of the world. From the very beginning, she learned that life could be unpredictable, and that inner strength would be essential for survival. Lessons from a strict but loving grandmother. Living with her grandmother brought discipline, routine, and moral grounding into Oprah's young life. Hattie Mae Lee believed deeply in structure, personal responsibility, and faith, and she passed those values on with unwavering firmness. Days followed strict rules, and mistakes were rarely overlooked, but love was present in quieter ways. Education was emphasized, manners mattered, and self-respect was non-negotiable. Though resources were limited, her grandmother taught Oprah to take pride in herself and to value learning as a path toward dignity and independence. In this environment, Oprah discovered the power of words, storytelling, and curiosity. Church recitations and reading aloud helped build her confidence and voice. While the household lacked material comfort, it offered something equally powerful, a foundation of discipline and belief that planted the earliest seeds of resilience and self-worth. Growing up in the rural South, Oprah's childhood unfolded against the backdrop of the rural American South, where cotton fields stretched endlessly and life moved at a slower, more demanding pace. Poverty was visible everywhere, yet moments of beauty still emerged through nature, community gatherings, and shared stories. Life required endurance, but it also offered lessons in observation and imagination. Oprah learned to entertain herself, to listen carefully, and to absorb the emotions of those around her. These quiet skills sharpened her emotional awareness long before she understood their value. Despite the challenges, the environment nurtured creativity and reflection. Small joys, like storytelling, moments of laughter, or a sense of belonging, provided emotional refuge. The contrast between hardship and warmth shaped Oprah's understanding of complexity early on. She learned that even difficult lives could contain meaning, connection, and moments of unexpected grace. A childhood defined by instability. As Oprah grew older, instability became a recurring theme in her life. Her mother moved frequently in search of work, which meant Oprah was often shifted between households, relatives, and caretakers. Each move brought new expectations, unfamiliar rules, and emotional uncertainty. These constant changes required Oprah to adapt quickly, observe carefully, and sense emotional undercurrents in every environment. While difficult, this instability sharpened her ability to read people and navigate complex social dynamics. She became deeply aware of rejection, impermanence, and longing, emotions that shaped her inner world. Though consistency was lacking, these experiences quietly built emotional intelligence. Oprah learned to survive by understanding others, listening closely, and adjusting without losing herself. What began as a necessity would later become one of her greatest strengths, the ability to connect authentically with people from every background. Developing strength beyond her years. Through constant change and emotional challenges, Oprah developed maturity far beyond her age. She learned early that survival required resilience, awareness, and hope. Education became her refuge, offering both structure and possibility. Encouraged by her grandmother and later by teachers, Oprah discovered joy in learning and self-expression. She listened more than she spoke, absorbing lessons about character, fairness, and human behavior. Though life offered few guarantees, she cultivated inner stability by nurturing curiosity and determination. These years quietly shaped her confidence and independence. Oprah began to believe that her voice mattered, even if her circumstances suggested otherwise. While many children rely on protection, Oprah learned self-reliance. The hardships she faced did not break her spirit. Instead, they strengthened her emotional core and deepened her understanding of perseverance and self-belief. Facing life's difficult realities early. By the time Oprah reached late childhood, she had already faced emotional challenges that forced her to grow up quickly. Life demanded awareness, responsibility, and emotional endurance far earlier than it should have. Navigating vulnerability without consistent support taught her painful but powerful lessons about trust and strength. She became deeply aware of human fragility and the importance of emotional safety. Though these experiences left lasting impressions, they also sharpened her empathy. Oprah learned not only to endure pain, but to understand it, both in herself and in others. These lessons would later influence how she listened to people's stories and responded with compassion rather than judgment. Rather than allowing hardship to define her limits, she internalized the belief that growth could emerge from adversity and that understanding pain could lead to purpose. A turning point in Nashville. At around 14, Oprah moved to Nashville, Tennessee, to live with her father, Vernon Winfrey. This transition marked a significant turning point. For the first time, her life had consistent structure, expectations, and accountability. Vernon emphasized education, discipline, and self-respect, encouraging Oprah to take responsibility for her future. The environment was demanding but stabilizing, allowing her to focus on school and personal growth. She thrived academically, gaining confidence and discovering her natural talent for communication. This period gave Oprah clarity and direction, helping her channel earlier lessons into ambition and focus. While it didn't erase past struggles, it provided the foundation she needed to build forward. Nashville became the place where survival transformed into purpose, and where Oprah began shaping the vision that would guide her life. Experiencing loss and emotional growth. During adolescence, Oprah experienced profound emotional loss that deeply shaped her understanding of grief and resilience. Facing such pain at a young age forced her to confront vulnerability, sorrow, and emotional endurance. Though devastating, this experience expanded her emotional depth and compassion. She learned that grief could coexist with strength, and that healing was not linear. Rather than allowing sorrow to define her future, Oprah carried the lessons forward with honesty and reflection. This period strengthened her emotional intelligence and deepened her capacity for empathy. Later in life, these insights would influence how she connected with others, offering understanding without judgment. The experience reinforced her belief in the importance of compassion, self-awareness, and emotional honesty, values that would become central to both her personal philosophy and professional legacy. Complex family bonds and understanding. Oprah's relationship with her mother, Vernita Lee, was layered and complex, shaped by separation, misunderstanding, and love expressed imperfectly. Vernita faced immense challenges as a young woman navigating poverty and limited opportunity, which affected her ability to provide consistent emotional support. As Oprah matured, she came to understand her mother's struggles with greater compassion. Rather than holding on to resentment, she chose reflection and forgiveness. This emotional growth allowed Oprah to recognize that love can exist even within imperfect relationships. Later in life, moments of reconciliation brought understanding and peace. These experiences taught Oprah the power of empathy, boundaries, and emotional truth. By acknowledging pain without being defined by it, she demonstrated emotional courage. Her ability to navigate family complexity would later inform her work, allowing her to approach human stories with depth, honesty, and compassion. From survival to lasting influence, Oprah Winfrey's journey stands as a powerful testament to resilience and transformation. Rising from poverty, instability, and personal loss, she reshaped her experiences into purpose and impact. Every challenge became a lesson, every setback an opportunity for growth. Her success was not rooted solely in talent, but in emotional intelligence, perseverance, and self-awareness cultivated over decades. Oprah used her platform to elevate voices, encourage reflection, and inspire millions to embrace their potential. Her legacy extends beyond media into education, philanthropy, and cultural influence. She proved that circumstances do not define destiny, and that empathy can be a source of strength. Oprah's life reminds us that adversity, when met with courage and reflection, can become the foundation for meaningful change and enduring impact.